Central bus station. A farmer from Timbuktu and a jeweler from Ouagadougou wait for their names to be called out. Ahead, a treacherous journey, 2 to 7 days on a bus traveling across the war-torn Sahel toward home. And yet, despite the threat of attacks from ISIL and Al-Qaeda fighters, the young farmer is more worried about the changing climate. In his bag, precious rice seeds resistant to droughts. People are going hungry, he warns.
I plant millet and rice. In Senegal, there are seeds that I cannot find in Mali.
In January, the juntas in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso announced they would break away from the regional body ECOWAS after the organization imposed sanctions on them. The withdrawal isn't just about trade. It will also end free movement across West Africa for their citizens.
I'm worried for my wife and children. With these three countries detaching themselves, it's not going to be good. To divide us will hurt us all. All African countries need to work together and unite.
Senegal's new anti-establishment president, Bassirou Diomaye Faye, is visiting neighboring Mali and Burkina Faso, a move supported by regional leaders. They hope he can succeed where others have failed.
For Senegal, everything needs to be done to avoid a dismantling of the regional body ECOWAS because it's essential for security in the region and also on the economic front.
Mali is landlocked and 90% of its goods transit through Senegal. Ahead of the Muslim celebrations of Eid, the Senegalese capital is being flooded with sheep. Most come from neighboring Mali. The country is Senegal's biggest trading partner. And with the new elected government, it seems the two countries share more than economic ties. Both countries are looking for a break from their past relationship with France, the former colonial power. Early in May, Prime Minister Ousmane Sonko announced it was time to revisit the presence of a French military base in Senegal. French soldiers have been present in West Africa for over 100 years. President Faye's visit is the start of a new journey for citizens across the region in search for a new direction.
And express my willingness to continue working on both sides so that there are areas of convergence that still allow us to discuss what is not working and to see how to change what is not working, because we have the historical responsibility and the legacy of our founding fathers regarding this whole thing to fight within the ECOWAS and together so that the ECOWAS remains what it should never have ceased to be, namely an integration body that has been cited as an example that we must perpetuate, strengthen, and protect against any attempts to divert the ECOWAS from its goal of African integration. Please add me to thank him for his kindness. I express my gratitude to the amiable brother, the President, for the cordial and brotherly reception that was extended to me and my delegation, and I also extend my thanks to the entire Burkinabe people for this warm welcome. The visit is a gesture of gratitude to President Traoré and the Burkinabe people for their delegation's presence at my swearing-in ceremony in Dakar. It is an honor bestowed upon me and the entire Senegalese population on this solemn occasion, and I am deeply grateful for their support and recognition. However, my main reason for being here is to reaffirm my commitment and Senegal's commitment to the brotherly people of Burkina Faso. I also came to invite him so that together we can work on strengthening the possible circulation relations between the two countries, including utilizing the Malian stage to facilitate better movement of goods and people with the ultimate goal of achieving African integration, which is of great significance to us. However, I also arrived to show my complete support and brotherhood towards the people of Burkina Faso during this challenging time they are experiencing. Additionally, I wanted to express my deep admiration for their bravery, determination, and ability to bounce back. It is crucial that, with the active support from nations such as Senegal and other African countries, they overcome these obstacles and address the challenges that are hindering the progress of all African nations, particularly those in the Sahel region. We have common challenges, and today the most pressing challenge is security, the challenge of irregular migration, the challenge of combating human trafficking and illicit substance trafficking, and it is only through consultation and exchange of reinforcements that delay, as I mentioned earlier, the takeoff of these countries. I will depart from Burkina Faso with a strong sense of reassurance thanks to the open-mindedness and availability of President Ibrahim Traoré. However, what truly stands out to me is his unwavering willingness to collaborate and strengthen the Dakar-Ouaga axis with the aim of fostering enhanced exchanges and cooperation between our nations. We also discussed the issue of ECOWAS, as I have done in the countries I have visited so far, and I understand today that positions may be somewhat fixed, but we see today at the ECOWAS level that the doors of dialogue are indeed closed, but we must not close the windows and draw the curtains, that we need to leave spaces for us to argue if necessary, to empty what is within us, but especially to allow countries that are a little further away physically from the theaters that the countries experiencing directly on the ground are going through, and to have more compassion, to feel more concerned, because the scourge always has a starting zone, but when we see today the expansion, we know that no country is spared, neither directly nor indirectly, and that is why I take advantage of these visits of friendship and work that are particularly focused on bilateral cooperation. But I take this opportunity to address these questions and express my willingness to continue working on both sides so that there are areas of convergence that still allow us to discuss what is not working and to see how to change what is not working, because we have the historical responsibility and the legacy of our founding fathers regarding this whole to fight within ECOWAS and together so that ECOWAS remains what it should never have ceased to be, namely an integration body that has been cited as an example that we must perpetuate, strengthen, and protect against all attempts to divert ECOWAS from its goal of African integration and what is its nature, namely the ECOWAS of the people, and that it continues to be that, and above all continues to be a framework where we will address together the challenges that I mentioned earlier.
C'est à 10h passées de 45 minutes que l'avion transportant le président sénégalais et sa forte délégation composée de plusieurs ministres s'est posé sur le tarmac de l'aéroport international Modibo Keïta de Sénou. Il a été accueilli au pied de l'avion par le président de la transition malienne, le colonel Assimi Goïta. Au palais de Koulouba, où les deux hommes ont eu un tête-à-tête de plus d'une heure, les questions sécuritaires ont été abordées.
De la concertation pour la prise en charge de tous les défis que nous partageons en commun, à savoir le terrorisme, la lutte contre les trafics illicites, notamment